Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys we're going to be doing a deck update of a deck that I really enjoy playing and like, as you can see also by today's playmat, and that is my Harpie deck. According to my friend of mine who gave this playmat, and if you're a long-time subscriber on this channel, you may not have seen me use this playmat quite often. There's a couple reasons for that. This was given to me by a good friend many years ago. I think it was back in 2014. He judged at multiple YCSs, and he gave this to me. I think it was as a Christmas, or it was my birthday, something like that. He gave it to me as a gift, as he knew how much I really liked playing Harpies, and he got this playmat for judging at multiple YCSs. So this is a YCS judge playmat, I believe, from 2013. Which is why I love it, and I cherish it along with my Akiza judge playmat. But yeah, people always ask me, just to make a long story short, why do you like Harpies so much, Seto? Like, why do you like this deck at all? Well, like I said, to make a long story short, as a man of culture, I like redheads, aka Akiza. Yeah, and if you're a long-time subscriber, you know these things. And if you're a new-time subscriber, you're probably shaking your head and saying, I'm subscribing, oh my gosh. Or you're rolling your eyes and just fast-forwarding through the rest of this video. So let's get started. I had to make a joke about that because people always ask me, why do you like Harpies so much? Yeah, what can I say? I'm a man of culture. But yes, we run 3 Harpie Channeler. I've had these first ed ultra rare ones for years. Like I said, back in the day, this deck was considered good, was really good, but it just happened to come out the same time as Dragon Rulers, and I believe it was Jeff Jones actually piloted this deck as well during the same time frame. But the deck is really awesome because it can do multiple things and has multiple broken cards, aka Harpie Channeler, aka your Hysteric Signs, a powerful deck that is aesthetically beautiful. Why not? So yeah, Harpie Channeler is really awesome, so let's get into it. Pretty much what it can do is can help you do a multitude of things. You can set up link plays, your basic link 2 plays, which is awesome. Can help you go for synchro plays. Now that we have Harpies, Cyber/Harpie Lady, like this thing can do multiple things now. It's gotten better with age. It's like a fine wine. It's got better. It can help you go for links, synchros, exceeds. It can help you go for level 7 exceeds. It is multi-versatile in what it can do. So it's just gotten better with age, this card has. Also, the discarding aspect is amazing because that can help you set up for good plays in the future, aka Hysteric Party, and aka, hey, some Harpies you want engraved because you'll get some graveyards effects off, like maybe, oh, I don't know, Harpie Harpist. So the discarding aspect is actually beneficial in the long run, I feel like. So 3 Harpie Channeler, it's the heart and soul of the deck, I feel like, as time has gone on. Next we have 3 Harpie Perfumer. This is still an expensive card until the reprint happens eventually, but this card's really good in the deck for help searching out your Harpie spells and traps. So this really helped out because there was really no way initially to search out, Harpie-based spells and traps, and this card really helped out with that because there's a lot of them out there. I mean, we had a way to search monsters forever with Hysteric Signs, but we just needed something else for the spells and traps, and this really helps out with that aspect. So it's a staple 3-up for that reason in this deck. Also a level 4 Wind, which helps you go for some rank 4 plays, like Chidori, which is broken still, even to this day it's still a good card. So multi-versatile in that aspect. Next up, guys, we run 3 Harpie Harpist. Some people don't like Harpie Harpist anymore. I get it. It's a little bit slow, but it's still a good card. And if you have not gone off with your Hysteric Sign, this is just as good because this can help you out. Also, the fact that it's a no Harpie card that, with certain plays and certain setups, it can be very useful, is why I'm still running it as a 3-up in the deck. Now, in the future, as we get more additional Harpie cards coming out, which most likely will happen, there's a good chance I'll cut it down to 2-of and maybe possibly 1-of. But for now, I still like it as a 3-of in the deck. It's really good. I understand the reasons. Like I said, it's slower. It's not as good as for searching as as it used to be when it initially came out. So I understand people running it as a 2-of and a 1-of even I've seen. But I still like it as a 3-of because of the abilities it has and the multiple purposes it can be used for. So, yep, 3 of that for now, for the time being. 2 Harpie Queen. I decided to get one of the uncensored ones for Harpie Queen, not for Chandler because I love my ulti rares, forgive me. But 2 Harpie Queen in the deck. It's amazing to help search out your field spell. It's an old school card. Thank you for bringing the uncensored artwork, Konami. But it's going to help search out your Harpie Hunting Ground, which is not as good as it used to be, per se, which is why we're not running Harpie Queen as a 3 of nowadays. However, I will state that you will say that until you go against a back row base deck, and then Harpie Hunting Ground is your best friend. So, saying that, this card can be a beat stick, and also it's going to be pretty much your terraforming to help search out your Harpie Hunting Ground. So yeah, I decided to run one of each of the artworks just because. 2 Harpie Dancer. A lot of people do not like Harpie Dancer anymore. They like running as a 1 of because Miss Valley is banned. And to that I say I agree with you, but there are still a lot of cool combo plays you can do with Harpie Dancer. And don't discontinue that, especially nowadays where with the current format I've been running into a lot of back row heavy decks, and for that reason is I'm still running this as a 2 of because there's some cool plays you can do. Still, I've had things infinite and permanent, and then I'll go Harpie Dancer, bounce it back. There's just situations that have arisen that are very weird too, that it's niche, it comes in handy. So I get if you want to run it as a 1 of, but I've had instances where I've had it DD crowed and I've really needed it in certain deck matchups in the past, and I just wish I had a second. So I like it as a 2 of. I understand you run it as a 1 of, but I like it as a 2 of personally. Now, I also like 2 Harpie Lady 1 and 1 Cyber Harpie. Now, some people like the vanilla Harpie because they want to run certain combos and ways in this deck like that. That's up to you to decide if you wish to go down that route. That's legitimately up to you. I've seen people run 3 Harpie Lady 1. I've always been in the camp of running 1 Cyber Harpie and 2 Harpie Lady 1. Harpie Lady 1 is going to give you an attack bonus, especially once you go off with Hysteric Sign. In general, it's very good. The Cyber Harpie I like because in certain situations, if you look at most of your Harpies, they have very low attack, and there will be instances where you need a beat stick, and Harpie Lady, Cyber Harpie Lady can help you out with that. Yes, you have Harpie Queen, but you're usually going to be pitching it to the graveyard to set up for a Harpie Grounds most of the time, so that's why I like the 1 Cyber Harpie. But if you want to run 3 Harpie Lady 1s, go right ahead, be my guest. But I have found in a lot of matchups that Cyber Harpie can put in a little bit of work in a lot of instances, and that's the reason why, because of its attack. Not a great reason, but it does come up, and there will be instances where you're like, wow, I wish I had a... Because I used to run 3 Harpie Lady 1s, and then there would be instances where I wish I just had 1 Cyber Harpie. So, it's up to you to decide, but this is the ratio I've been running for the last about half of last few months after testing this deck, because initially I was running Cyber Harpie Lady 1, and I found instances when I was wishing I had just a Cyber Harpie, especially against rogue matchups. Then we run 1 Harpy Oracle. This is just a very good 1 of to run in the deck. I would not run it as more than 1 of, but like I said, it's a good 1 of card. Really like the card's artwork, it looks very nice. But 1 Harpy Oracle. Then we run 1 Harpy Pet Dragon. Harpy Pet Dragon can become a big beat stick, which is just awesome in general, but it's mainly going to be in here to combo off with your Harpy Chandler, so you can go for your level 7 Exceed plays. So you use Harpy Chandler, this will become a level 7, and then you can go for your Dragosec, your big eye, your Red Eyes Flare Dragon, things of this nature. So that's what that is in the deck for, the Harpy Pet Dragon. We also run, just for a 1 of, we run 1 Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds. Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds, we run in this deck because, A, it's pretty much our main deck is pretty much all wins, but you can easily tutor it out from the deck using Smorgasbord of Sovereignty. So this is going to combo off with Smorgasbord of Sovereignty. Along with this, it can create a little bit of a lock. So for that reason, and the ways we're able to search it out through that, that's the reason why I run it at the deck. Otherwise, I would probably run some other cards, but for now, it's a good 1 of in the deck for that reason. Just helps out with that combo. Then we run 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Springs. It's debatable if this deck is built to go first or second, but most of the time I find that it's a very good going second base deck, depending upon your hand, and then there will be instances that it's very good at going first. And if you're trying to build your deck accordingly, maybe you change up your hand traps and your extra deck as well. But I just try to make this as a basic deck that could go first or second, so to speak. And Ash Blossom is very generic, which it can hit a lot, just about every deck under the sun. So that's why we're running it in the deck as well. Next we run 3 Hysteric Sign. Hysteric Sign's really good in this deck. It's the reason I built the deck initially. I've had these copies for years. But yeah, Hysteric Sign's really awesome for the fact that it's an amazing card. It's going to help you search out Elegant Egotist, number 1, in some instances, if you want to use it like that. And don't discontent Elegant Egotist. It's gotten better over the years, I have to admit it. And number 2, if this card's destroyed, you're going to be searching out a lot of Harpy Lady, guys. Like, the card's amazing in that aspect. There's no denying it. And it's probably one of the most busted searchers if you read it. And it's just like when you read it and then you're like, I've had people, they've wasted an Ash Blossom. And they're like, okay, I stopped that one card. And then I'll go off with a Hysteric Sign. And they're like, that Ash Blossom didn't slow you down at all. I was like, no, it did not. Because this card's that good. So, yeah, definitely a staple 3 of in my opinion. Next up, we run double Harpy Hunting Ground. I don't feel like you need triple. Do remember, guys, that if you do not have any other targets on the field, you have to pop the Hunting Ground itself. That's why I just like it as a 2-of. It's not as essential as it used to be, but believe me, in rogue matchups, if you're facing a back road heavy deck, you're going to be so happy you have Hunting Ground as a card. I'm just going to be honest. Next up, guys, we run double Elegant Egotist. Initially, like I've said before, this was not a card that I was running as a 2-of. I've seen some people run it as a 3-of. I'm not a fan of that, but as a 2-of nowadays, with the more uses it has, with new targets, etc., I have to run it as a 2-of. I legitimately have to because it's that good of a card. 3-of, though, I find is a brick because it does take some setup, and the card on its own doesn't do anything unless you have something set up on the field. So I've even had instances when I was running 3 of it in testing that I wouldn't have any target stuff because maybe I searched them off Hysteric Sign and just through multiple ways. So personally, I like it as a 2-of because it's good for combos, but it's not essential, so to speak. But I definitely would suggest bumping it up if you only have it at 1-of. Next, we run just for some 1-of Harpy cards. We have 1 Alluring Mirror Split, which is a good 1-of in the deck. I know some people like running this at multiples. I like it as a 1-of. It's really useful, but it's not essential. 1 Harpy not Harpy Hunting Ground anymore, guys. We got Harpy's Feather Duster back from the previous ban list earlier this year. This is a SDD one that I got as a kid. And I've had this one for years. So yeah, if you recognize the rarity, it's really awesome. It's kind of like a parallel rail. It's so beautiful. Hopefully that catches it on the camera. I just want to show you that because not a lot of people have these anymore, I don't think. But yeah, beautiful card, but really useful still nowadays. And the fact that I'm happy that we get to use this card finally, after all this time, in a legit Harpy deck is epically awesome. So thank you, Konami, for allowing me to have this moment in the sun. Next up, for your other 1-ofs, we want 1 Call by the Grave, 1 Double or Nothing, 1 Foolish Burial, and 1 Upstart Goblin. A lot of 1-ofs, you may notice that there's no Monster Reborn because you really don't need it. You could fit it into the deck if you wish, depending upon if you had maybe certain cards in this deck and you didn't have certain other ones. But I find that overall we don't really need it as much. Upstart Goblin is going to give you a little bit of draw power in this deck. It's going to make it a 39 card deck. You can put a lot of damage in easily. Why not? Foolish Burial. Hey, this right here is pretty much a rota for the deck because you use Foolish Burial, guys. You send your Harpy Harpist to grave. At the end of the turn, you're going to get a search off. Like, that's perfect. But on top of this, this is going to also help set up cards in the grave for a Hysteric party play, which is great. So, Foolish Burial is essential in this deck, hands down. Double or Nothing, we're pretty much all rank 4s. Why are we not going to run Double or Nothing? Like, why wouldn't we? And Call by the Grave, it's at 1 of, you run it. It's going to help protect you against hand traps. So that's for all your 1-ofs. You can run a Monster Reborn if you wish. I will say that, though. For your traps, it's pretty straightforward. 2 Hysteric Party. I don't like 3 of as much as I used to. It does take some setup, but you go off with Hysteric Party. A lot of times, even nowadays, I feel like you just win. This used to be more of a win condition card with this deck, and it's still really powerful because the crazy combos you can go off with it. And then lastly, we run 3 Harpy Feather Storm. Staple 3 in this deck. It's also going to help you search out your Harpy's Feather Duster, which is amazing. So this will help you go, get your Harpy's Feather Duster, and that's another reason why I bumped down. Sorry about this. My Harpy Hunting Ground, because I can easily get this searched out, and I can just blow away back row decks. So yeah, why not? So 3 Harpy's Feather Storm. So that's what we have for the main deck, guys, and let's get on to the extra deck now. So for the extra deck, we'll go through it pretty quickly here. We got a Field Center. We have 2 Cyber Slash Harpy, which is very easy to go for. I don't think you need a third one, but I do like it as a 2 of. 2 Harpy's Pet Dragon. This card can win games for you. It's very easy to go for. 2 Lightning Chidori. Lightning Chidori is a great 2 of in this deck. Still a very good card, even in today's game, I feel like. And that's why I still run it as a 2 of. Some people like it as a 1 of. It's up to you to decide upon what you want to run in the extra deck, but I still like it in the deck as a 2 of. It's really good. 1 Ice Beast Xeraphine, amazing card. 1 Tornado Dragon, which is great. We have the Utopia package because we run Double or Nothing, and this can win you games. For your level 7 Exceed monsters, we have Big Eye, number 11. We have Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, burn your opponent, big body, etc. And then also we run Dragosack. So we run 1 Dragosack, guys, because it's a level 7, you can go for it. For some of your link plays, we run Harpy Coordinator and Stormbird of Sovereignty. So these are pretty much your main links you're going to go for. You can run more if you wish, but I don't find the need to. And then I'm just going to throw them in here because I really love the cuteness of this card. 1 Harpy Girl, uncensored, whatever. And 1 Harpy Baby Dragon, which looks so freaking cute. My girlfriend asked me to put these in this video, so I'm just saying that's why they're in this video, because she actually has been playing with this deck a little bit, as she really likes the deck. So that's another reason why I'm profiling for you guys. So guys, till next time though, take care, have fun dueling, good luck dueling to all of you. I guys hope you guys all enjoy this video. Like I said, I really enjoy this deck to pieces. It's such a fun deck, and it's such a beautiful looking deck as well. And yeah guys, till next time, take care, have fun dueling, good luck dueling to all of you, and I'll see you guys next time. Go Harpy ladies, and go Miss My Valentine. Take care everybody.